without any doubt, the greatest bodybuilding show on earth.
I don't want to miss this.
Best show in the world.
Well, I'm very excited.
Best Arnold weekend ever.
To your winner, Derek Lunsford.
Let's go.
Hey guys, Ivan here, and the Arnold Classic 2026 just wrapped up, and the winner is Andrew Jacked. Andrew Jacked somehow won the Arnold Classic after we just watched the top two call out between Nick Walker and Hadi Choopan. How did this happen? Well, it's definitely very weird. Let's dive into the video. Let's take a look at what happened actually. Let's take a closer look at what happened at this show. So for those of you who watched my live stream, you probably know what I expected. And at one point, I did make a prediction and I said that Hadi is going to be placing third. I did see that, and maybe it has something, a little bit of something to do with the politics. But I don't know. I think it actually is the way it's supposed to be. I think Hadi was slightly smaller with not the best conditioning in the glutes. But after Nick's showing at the prejudging, I thought there was no chance of Andrew beating Nick. I thought Hadi could have potentially beaten Nick, but Andrew Jacked, I did not see that. Now, in my prediction for the Arnold before the show, I actually did have Andrew winning the whole thing, so I'm not going to say this is a bad day for bodybuilding, especially for the Arnold Classic. A tall physique with small waist, with good shape, with muscle bellies, with aesthetics, with height and everything like that wins. And this kind of tells us that bodybuilding is moving in the right direction. Nick Walker is quite the opposite. He's short, he's stubby, he has wide waist, but he's incredibly muscular and super conditioned. But I guess they're not going for that. Once again, Nick Walker was very close to doing something great, and he didn't get it done. Unfortunately. I was cheering for Nick. I wanted to see Nick win. But do I have an issue with Andrew winning? No, I'm happy that Andrew won, but I'm not sure how. And that's what I'm going to try and explain in this video. So at this show, actually the finals, we had some interesting different call-outs. So for example, the guys who were in the first call-out at the prejudging were not all in the same call-out. So Martin Fitzwater fell down to the second call-out. He was fighting with Brandon Curry for fourth, and yes, he managed to beat Brandon Curry. I'm not even sure how he did that. I'm pretty sure if there was this same call out at the prejudging, I believe Brandon would beat Martin, because Brandon was better peaked, he had better conditioning, he was more polished, but his legs were smaller and his glutes were really smaller. So yeah, I don't have an issue with Martin placing fourth. I think that's pretty reasonable. For some reason, Rafa here was in this call out as well. I think he should have been in the last call out fighting to win that one. And I don't know if he would win, honestly. I would probably have Mofuda ahead of Rafa, but Rafa managed to take that 6th spot below that. I don't know yet. We'll soon find out the other guys, the way they placed. But in this second call out, yes, Martin won, Brandon was second, or actually 5th at the Arnold Classic, and Rafa was in that 6th spot. I have no issue with this. This all made a lot of sense. But it's that first call-out that was kind of weird. In the last call-out, I'm not sure how this went, but based on the way the judges positioned these athletes, it seems like Mofuda is in second, Akeem potentially winning here, and then I don't know about Hassan and Anthony Williams. They're very close. I mean, they're completely different. Hassan is bigger but fat, and Anthony is conditioned but smaller. I would go with Anthony, but who knows what the judge is going to go for. Now, the first call out this time around in the finals was only 3 guys: Nick Walker, Hadi Choopan, and Andrew Jacked. Now, comparing the finals to the prejudging, I thought Nick was pretty much the same. I thought Hadi was maybe 5% improved, but maybe the same also. Nick could have been maybe 5% worse also. However, Andrew Jack improved a ton. Andrew Jack was a complete different bodybuilder at the finals. I am not sure what happened. I'm assuming that Chris Aceto, his coach, gave him some IV diuretics, something that did the job done really fast and really aggressively. He lost a ton of water, and he looked so much leaner, so much sharper. And now you're looking at this lineup right here. You're trying to figure out who wins this one. You know, Nick wins the back shots. Hadi wins some front shots. Andrew is losing the side shots, and like his back also probably it's close. You know, it's a toss up, and it was kind of the same with the prejudging. Really, I thought it was between Hadi and Nick. I didn't consider Andrew at all. But yeah, there was some arguments. Some people actually liked Andrew at the prejudging as well. But like I said, it was close up until one point. Which point? At this moment, where Andrew was put in the center of this call-out, it was all done. It was extremely clear that Andrew was just annihilating these two guys. Look at this, guys. Look at this. He was dwarfing them. They looked like children next to him. He was winning every single pose. He was so dominant that I was like, it was lights out. But on my live stream, I did say that I don't think he's going to win because he lost the prejudging. He was far worse, but I'm pretty sure he just changed the judges' minds because he was so dominant in this one call out right here. Now, is this fair? Why is this a 2-day show if a guy can win only one and completely lose the other? I'm not sure. But I guess this final edition of Andrew Jack was so convincing, and I want to see the scorecards for the prejudging as well, but they can change that later. I don't know how much will that help us with this. Honestly, I thought Nick was going to win this quite easily. It didn't go that way, and I am surprised. I don't want to say I'm outraged, because I saw a whole bunch of comments in my live stream, people saying that he was robbed, people saying that Nick deserved to actually win this, that he was robbed due to, I don't know, politics and all kinds of different reasons. The judges don't like Nick. I don't think so. I wanted Nick to win, I'll be honest, but I'm happy with Andrew winning, and that's just it, because his physique is phenomenal, and this look right here in the finals was just crazy, guys. Just insane. Now, there were a couple of interesting moments at these finals as well. So, for example, I never liked Martin Fitzwater, and now I dislike him way more. Look at this disrespect right here. He completely ignored Nick Walker. He shook everybody's hand, and he completely skipped Nick. What a poor sportsmanship, man. What a poor sportsmanship. Even if you don't like the guy, even if you are worst enemies, in a moment like this, sport should win. Sport should be above everything else. All this little drama these guys are having, all this rivalry. Like, these guys are gladiators. They're athletes. They're fighting for the same thing. They're enduring the same suffering. They're going through the same things, the same pressure, the same everything. And at this one moment, when the show is over, you can at least congratulate or shake a hand of the guy that you're rivals with. And Martin is he's like that. This is who Martin is. So I don't know who can like this guy. This is just terrible behavior. He's just falling down way worse every single day. And yeah, a huge disappointment. And I didn't expect him to be this terrible. And there are also another couple of really interesting moments. For example, this one right here, when Andrew obviously gave a good shoulder push to Hadi. This was not by an accident. Take a look at this one more time. Andrew definitely pushed Hadi here. Another example of pretty bad sportsmanship. You can tell me this is accident, but I don't think so. He obviously pushed Hadi. But I guess this is also part of the sport. You need to be a little bit physical if you want to beat somebody. Maybe you can intimidate them here and there. I don't know if this should be expected, but it is what it is. And also there's this moment right here when Martin was genuinely super happy when he heard Nick's name, when he realized that that Nick lost, that Nick did not win the Arnold Classic. But it is what it is. Andrew Jacked wins the show. You guys tell me down below, what do you think? How do you feel about this? I know most of us expected Nick to win, but let's be real. Andrew's physique is definitely more suited to be the Arnold Classic champion. It is what it is. He won. He definitely represents bodybuilding, I would say, better than Nick. Nick brought something insane, but it just wasn't enough to win this show because Andrew brought what they are looking for. That's the way I see it, and he dominated the finals. Maybe not what we expected, but I don't think it's a robbery. Do you guys think it's a robbery? Tell me down below in the comments if you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. See you soon, guys. All the best, and bye-bye.